Okay, good morning. Right now, I'm Tao. I'm from senior year in Faculty of Commerce and Accountancy. So right now I'm studying in accountancy major. We're so honored that we have these alumni to introduce about how's going on while they were studying in the finance field. So started off with Ping on the left, from the finance class, and this is Pidiu from the financial engineering or MFE, and this is Picha from Master of Science of Finance or MSF2. So, okay, so Ping, start off with you. So, could you tell more about your background, please?
Yes, thank you, Tao. My name is Pi Ying. I am a MSF flexible student. I was a student at the flexible program. My background is in computer engineering. When I joined the program, I was still a technical lead at Reuters, and now I am working as a head of engineering at Quantium. We are a company that focuses on digital transformation for private equity funds and venture capitals.
Okay, so what about you, Pidiu? Could you tell more about your background, please?
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Diu. During at the first time I'm joining the program, I was working at production engineer because I'm graduated from industrial engineer, and I'm looking to change a new career path. That's why I'm looking to this program.
Okay, so and what about you, Picha?
Hi guys, I am Yongxing, and you can also call me Jia in Thai, and I'm a Chinese. Now I currently work at Greywater, Thailand, and mainly take responsibility of retail finance and insurance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your introduction today. So let me actually start off with you again, Ping. Why do you want to choose MSF?
Yeah, I have been working in software industry for I think probably about 15 years when I started to think about taking another course, another learning course. My work experience is mostly related to software and finance related, but I did not understand a lot about what I actually produce. So initially I thought having a chance to understand more of what I worked on would be a really nice things to have. So that's what I'm interested in. I was started to be looking in at this program, and I think I'm so far based on what I've learned from the program, I'm quite happy with it.
Okay, thank you. So what about you, Pidiu?
Okay, for me, I think, as I said that I am looking to change the career path, and at the time, until now, I'm also interested in finance, and I know that as an engineer, we have quantitative skill as our advantage, right? So that's why I think we can take some advantage in quantitative skill from this financial engineering course. And at that time I also think that after I finish this course, I will got a lot of new opportunity, something like that.
Okay, thank you. So what about you, Picha?
Okay, for me, I'm also from a non-finance field. I graduated from a management major of my bachelor degree, and I would like to find a more specialized major like finance. So I choose MSF. Yes.
Okay, well, so both of you, okay, so you guys are from the finance, right? So I heard you both of you have some technical backgrounds, which is non-financial background. So before you come here, I think there's a hard time or any difficulties that you have faced. So I think, there are some difficulties on that. So How do you overcome about those difficulties? Can you explain more about that? Okay, start off.
Okay, let me go first. Yeah, I actually have to say I have zero background and knowledge about finance, even though I have worked on financial related software for many years. But by taking this course at first, I think I chose, one of the reasons that I chose this program is that there were some pre-term courses that I can choose to take in order to kind of lay some background knowledge for me to be able to catch up with when the real course is actually started. That is actually quite a good one. I think that's how I prep myself for this course. What about you?
For me, I also same as Star that so same as Ying that we there are the course that we can take at first, and also for me I think you guys know that it's difficult, but the good thing for this course for me is that in my year there are I think less than 10 people in my class. For me I think it's about 6 person in the class, and our professor, our teacher closely focus on every student, and they can guide us so closely. I think that is good thing for this program that I saw.
Well, so talking about the financial class,
like private class.
It's a really private class.
Yeah, it's really private.
It's only 10 people, so the professor can take care of all of the students, right?
Closely.
Yeah, it goes thoroughly. So talking about the finance background, it can be adapted with any field. So any fields where you studied, you can use right now for every field that you have to adapt. So talking about you, Picha, you're Chinese, right? And as a foreigner, there are some language barrier or some how hard you've been through before you graduated. So how can you explain that, or how do you overcome that?
Yes, for the language barrier, I think there may be some students like me. English is not my mother tongue, so I think the language skill is also important for the program. And not only for the daily communication with your classmates, your professor, and also you need this skills to understanding, reading your textbooks, materials also. And I think there is another, I think it is the biggest challenge for me is that the curriculum is very intense. And for example, like a full-time student, I have 5 courses to be completed in the first semester. So it means that I need to absorb a lot of knowledge, finance knowledge within a very short time. So it is I think the biggest challenge. But I think, everything is difficult at the beginning, but when you invest enough time, enough energy for this, your knowledge framework will be gradually built up and the situation will get better. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I quite agree with that. I myself personally, when the course is actually started, I found that it's quite tough and intense. The knowledge that we learn is really deep, and for me, I studied flexible program, so I have to work as well while I still work on the coursework. Time management is a challenge. I have to work and as well as focus on study. I think I was quite lucky that I met a lot of good friends, and they were from different background, different expertise, and they were very helpful in helping me helping me to answer and understand all the content. The professor is as well very helpful and friendly. I think the campus as well also very advanced and very flexible for us to use. I remember I and my friend was kind of come into the field lab after work and book the field lab for our own research and study. And we can also book the classroom for spatial tutoring session as well. So I think having a chance to study in a such an advanced campus and such a flexible classroom is really helping me engage throughout the course.
As everybody mentioned, everybody has the common thing is preparation. So the preparation is very important before you enroll this course, right? And the finance is kind of hard, and it's very mathematical things that you have to learn and take a lot of time to adapt yourself before you come into the class. Okay, so back to Picha. Can I ask you about something as a foreigner, right? And you already graduated and got a work from in Thailand company, right? In Thai company. Okay, can you suggest about how do you find the job, and did you have to take time to adapt yourself being in Thai company?
Yes, of course. I think firstly, I would like to thank to the program because I think I get a lot of help from my classmates. For example, we have a lot of group assignments during the curriculum, the class, and it gives me a lot of opportunities to talk with my classmates, my professor. I can learn a lot of things from them, not only learn from my classmates in the class, but also I can learn from them what kind of company I could apply in Thailand, what kind of talents Thai company are looking for. So for example, after my graduation, I went to a Thai bank and my classmates referred the job to me, yes. So I think it's really helpful, and I really recommend you to communicate, to talk with your classmates and utilize this opportunity.
So the classmates are the important thing to help you develop and how to live in community as well, and find a new opportunity and get the chance to do it. And talking about both of you guys with some technical background, so Pi Ying wants to integrate the finance to be in your field better, right? And talking about Pi Diu is wants to change career path, right? So can you explain a little bit more how to integrate how to integrate with your professional by the financial that you study?
Well, I think actually the course that I learned in MSF, the knowledge I learned is not so much deep in the technical or in deep in technology that much, but I think I learned enough from the program so that enough for me to be able to apply the technology into different areas in finance. So, for example, there were courses. I think it's called financial programming. It's mostly teach you basic programming idea, but for me, I think I already know all that. It's just that when I got into that class, there were a lot of exchange of ideas. People talk about how you would want to use how you would want to bring in technology to this project and this finance area or your trading strategy. So it's really is a kind of open-minded class for me. And I think other things that were taught in the class, like a basic of how you would use statistics and apply to financial model, I think it's a good basic for me when it comes to learning machine learning or data analytics.
Okay, so what about you, Pidiu?
Yeah, actually for me, I think during I'm studying in financial engineer, I also got a good opportunity during the program or after the program. I also still that there is a good opportunity for me coming, and I can say that our MFE program there are maybe very low population, and then but for me there are some job that, for example, my manager graduated from MSF, and yeah, they knew that what is the MFE, and so it's easy for them to recruit the one that they know about that, something
so
like
good
that.
Connection, and I think the program
Yeah, maybe
is also
you can say
well-known
it's
as
a
well.
good connection, something like that. And yeah, they will know that what is our program teach and what is the expectation for us. And yeah, that's why the new job that I'm doing, I got work like financial modeling, and also I also have 2 or 3 years data scientist experience. That's why I can combine the machine learning with my knowledge of financial financial modeling that I got from the program. That is a very good opportunity for me, I think.
Oh, well, so you have a lot of mathematical
Advanced
skill.
term.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh, you're so good that you've been through about that hard course, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so start off with you again. So how do you think about your career path after graduation?
Actually, I think I can share some experience as a foreigner, right? I think if you are a foreign student would like to find a job in Thailand after you graduate, the language, if you can speak Thai, that will be a great advantage of you. But if not, it's still okay. I think, for example, if you're a Chinese student like me, you can also find some Chinese firm in Thailand. I think you will see that nowadays there are a lot of big firms from all over the world come to the Asian market, come to Thailand, and you can also utilize your mother language. Like if you can speak Chinese, you can find some Chinese company here, right? So I think there are also opportunities for us to grasp. Yes.
Just some question. Is it hard for you as a foreigner to kind of get a work permit in Thailand?
The work permit is required for a foreigner to work in Thailand, but I think it's not difficult. Yes.
Okay. So it's really about the company that you found, that you worked in, that helped organize all this?
Yes, they will provide work permit for me.
Okay, good to know. Yes.
Okay, well, okay, so the third language is the must for the big company right now. Also, at this time, it's not a plus anymore. So, what about you, PD? What about your career path after graduation? In your opinion, what do you think about it?
For me, I think actually I designed my career path as an financial data science, and also that's why during I'm studying the MFE, I changed my career path to data scientist, and to get the skill and knowledge on that career. And if you are a data scientist, you should know that we need some domain knowledge or domain expert to consult with, and I think that I can be something like all-in-one. I mean, I know for the financial engineering, I know for the data scientist, and I can be like a two-in-one that can combine that both of knowledge together and make a new thing, something like that.
Oh, well, so a lot from your experience, right? Okay, so and lastly, so what do you suggest or do you think about your career path after graduation?
My career path, I think most of the career path is similar to Dew's. It's just that I didn't plan to change my career. I always wanted to learn. Always wanted to learn more about the different area. It's just that I'm already good at technical programming, coding. So I think the knowledge that I learned from the course is really helpful for me when I want to adapt the technology that I have, the technology skill that I have with what I just learned. So for example, my spatial project topic was about high frequency trading. It's about how you wanna apply high speed trading algorithm to the trading strategy. So this is a good example of how you use technology in terms of making profit in your investments. And another example, I think after I graduated from the course, I had a chance to form a team to build a prototype related to blockchain. So we use blockchain to build a private stock market. And the project was just a prototype, but it was a winner at the FinTech Challenge, which was organized and held by SEC. And after that, I think a few years after I graduated, I had a chance to move into a startup company, which mainly focused on digital transformation, which is the current company that I'm working on right now. Our customers are private equity fund managers, CFO, finance team, and deal teams. And for me, having a knowledge in finance area is helping me to be more confident in terms of talking to my client, listen to their problems, and able to design software so that it fits and really actually solve the problem. And also helping my engineering team that I'm taking care of to be able to give direction and help them understand the finance knowledge as well. So again, it's similar to Dew that as a person who have technical knowledge and also have finance knowledge, is really a big step in my career in terms of improvement.
Wow, well, so your finance background can be adapted as to work as teamwork as well, and
Yes.
to communicate not only the financial team or the marketing business team, but it's also just like software development team, right? So
Yes.
it can be adapted and can be taught in lots of ways. And right now, so these are our suggestions to alumni. And thank you for today. Thank you for suggestions today a lot. สวัสดีครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
And thank you for today. So, and here's our alumni interview today. Thank you.